I'm now also going to give you some pointers for that. But there's something very important that you must remember. The 10 golden rules for doing well in mathematics and in mathematical literacy, in this case, is as follows. The 10 golden rules. Practice, 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 and practice. Grade 12, Math Lit is not a spectator sport. You must become part of the process. So, when you are preparing, take a pen, take a paper, and go and do some calculations like you have done during the year. I'm going to give you now some more of these pointers which I want you to go and make sure that you can do them tomorrow. What can you expect in question 1 about finances? Okay? First of all, there was the financial documents that you must prepare. Now, you must be able to read these financial documents, and then you must be able to work with pay slips, business budgets. Remember, for budgets, we have income and we have expenses. Go and look at the terminology that we use when working with budgets. Quotations. Okay, maybe let us just for a moment pause and look at something for quotations. Okay? Grade 12, say for instance, we have a quotation that is written out today. Today is the 30th of October. You must always check on your quotation for the date on which the quotation is going to be issued. Now, say for instance, it is stated somewhere on that quotation that the quotation is valid for 14 days. Or some people will say for 2 weeks. Now, if I ask you, on which day will this quotation expire? What are you going to answer me? Okay? On what day will this quotation expire? Remember, it was written on the 30th. So, the first day that it will be there, will have completed after it has been written, will be on the 31st. Now, it's very important that you must remember which of the months are having 30 days and which are the months are not having 30 days. Okay, if you put your hand like this, you can say January, February, March, April, May, June, July. The ones that are at the top of your knuckles, those are the ones with the 31 days. When you now go back, you are going to start on the knuckle again. Okay? So, June was here, July is here. August is also having 31 days. And then you can go back. August, September, October, November, December. If you are on a knuckle, 31 days. If you are in off a knuckle, it's only 30 days. Okay? So, an easy way to quickly check. Just remember about February. February is only having 28 days, except if it's a leap year. I'll say something about the leap year now. So, when will this quotation expire? I'm simply going to start adding on. On the 31st of October, it will be day 1. Now we go to November. It will be day 2. And so you count on. Day 3, day 4, day 5, up to 14 days. And then, what will be the day that the quotation expire? It will be on the 13th of October, 2014. You can go on adding here. You will see you're going to come up to the 30th of October. That means on the 13th of October, it is still valid, but it's the last day that it's valid. When will it be no longer valid? When will it be no longer valid? It will be no longer valid on the 14th of October. Okay? Let me just say something on that leap year that I was talking about, because sometimes you must determine days and then the leap year is important. How do I know whether a year is a leap year? We always look at the last 2 digits. This year is 2014. So I'm going to look at that last 2 digits. If you can take that last 2 digits, which is in this case 14, and you can divide it by 4, so that 4 go into it a whole number of times, then it is a leap year. If you cannot divide 4 into it a whole number of times, then it's not a leap year. If you go and check, can 4 divide into 14 a whole number of times? No. So 2014 is not a leap year, meaning that there is 28 days in February. If we come to 2016, will 2016 be a leap year? Is 16 divisible by 4? Yes, it is exactly 4. So 2016 is going to be our next leap year, and when we have a leap year, February is going to have 29 days. Okay, so please remember small little things like this when you are busy doing your preparations. If you go back here to my PowerPoint, the next things that you must also be working with is invoices and receipts. Please go and look at the terminology that's going along with these things. And look, when are the invoice given and when are the receipt given? It is possible that some of these things were done with you in grade 11 or 12. Please make sure that you revise them for tomorrow, as they are also part of the grade 12 curriculum. I mean, it was done in grade 10 or 11. Okay. Banking documents, you must be able to work with it. You must be able to work with the terminology that we are associating with banking. What is a check account? What is a savings account? What is a debit? What is a credit? What is a deposit? What is a withdrawal? Make sure that you understand each one of these words. Tariffs. I'm going to do, if possible, and there's time a little bit later on, an example on tariffs. But right now, I just want to mention that it can be municipal tariffs, so it can be electricity or water that you must be able to work out. Check if you can do it. If you can't, put it up so that you can practice it. It can be pay for a telephone call, so many cents per minute, or for a cell phone call, so many rand and cents per minute, something like that. Tariffs. Income and expenditure statements and budgets for larger organizations, government or municipality. Grade 12, a budget works exactly the same, whether it's a budget for your home or a budget for the government. There is income and there's expenses. What, however, is different is the fact that when you are going to set your government budget, you are going to have to do it in terms of big numbers. The government works with billions, with millions. They are not working with 100 rand and 1,000 rand. In our households, we work with like small numbers. But when we work with government budgets, we work with big numbers. Let us just pause for one moment. Let us just check. Can you write the big numbers in words? If I give you a number such as 26 million, will you be able to know what is this if I take the words and I put it into numbers? Million means that there are 6 zeros. So million will be giving me this. That will be 26 million. But grade 12, now you must be careful. This thing that I just said, that it gives you 6 zeros. It's only when you have a whole number there. If you have 2.6 million, you cannot write 2.6 with 6 zeros. That is wrong. Please, you cannot do that. If you press now on your calculator 2.6 times, and there is and you are going to press 2.6 times 1 million to get it in numbers, you will see that the answer will be 26 and there will be 5 zeros. Okay? We can say the comma was there, the comma moved 6 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then another thing, big numbers. Say for instance you get a very big number that you must write in words. Okay? I'm going to do for you one that is maybe in millions and thousands. How will I say that number in words? You will see that I have separated these in groups of 3, starting on this side with my first group of 3. This is my ordinary. This is my ordinary 120. It's my ordinary numbers. It's my ordinary unit, 10th and 100th. When I come here, I'm getting my thousands. And when I come here, I'm having my millions. So, if I need to say this amount in words, what am I going to say? I'm going to say 26 million. This I'm going to say as it is 450, but it's thousands, ne? So this is 450,000. And then you just say this as it is 123. Grade 12s, if you have problems to say work with big numbers, go and practice big numbers. You must be able to write big numbers in words, and words you must be able to translate it back to the number format. Okay, go and revise that if it's a problem.